favorite memory is always something that's really tough, especially when you look back over the past 4 or 5 years at K-State, and I've certainly had a lot of great ones. I think one of my best or one of my favorite memories would have to be the night that we played in the Sweet 16 during the 2009-2010 basketball season. We got to watch it out at Willie's. Of course, the team was traveling out in Salt Lake City, and just the excitement. It was a double overtime game. The room was completely full of people, and at the end of that game, it had just been such a long, intense, physical game. It looked like everybody that was there in the restaurant had played 6 quarters along with the guys, and just the buy-in and the excitement that the fans had. It was a really great season for K-State. I grew up in a little town in Randolph, Kansas, just about half an hour straight north of Manhattan. So K-State was always right in my backyard. Both my parents were Wildcats, and so to have a top 10 land grant College of Agriculture that close to home, it was a pretty easy decision. Then I got onto campus, got to meet a lot of the people, and it sounds kind of cliche. I think that that's when a lot of students make that decision. When they get on campus, they start meeting folks, they see the family atmosphere we always talk about. Very much the same for me as well. I think the part of being student body president I'm most proud of, and I've got to kind of include my vice president Wayne in on this one a little bit too, was when we ran, we had 3 platform areas. I think that we made good progress on all 3 of those, and I won't go into a lot of the details because I think the thing that we're both maybe a little bit more proud of was being a part of the change and the transition in welcoming a new administration. When we brought Kirk Schultz onto campus, John Curry in the athletic director's office, and really a lot of new deans and other new administrators, we wanted to make sure that the best things about K-State that had been there before would always continue to be there. Interacting with President Schultz and his administration over the past year has really been one of the highlights of my time as student body president. Being able to be involved in things like the inauguration, where we saw people just so excited about being a part of K-State. Obviously, this past year was a tough year for our budget, and being able to be a part of that process, identifying places where maybe we could be a little bit more efficient, and also identifying priorities, those were all things that really showed that he placed a great value on K-State students' thoughts, opinions, and ideas. One of my favorite on-campus activities would be this past year that I've spent being a part of Blue Key Senior Honorary. It was a group of student leaders from across K-State's campus that you knew who most of the other members were as soon as you got selected, but typically hadn't really worked with them very much. And so it was an opportunity to bring 17 student leaders together from across campus that otherwise wouldn't have met. And by the time the end of the year rolls around, you've become best friends, and you can't remember a time when you didn't know those people. And I think that kind of that atmosphere, that close-knit, work hard, play even harder, was something that really resonated in that group and made it a lot of fun to be a part of.